Morning, this is Pat with GO. We're finally at the phase where we're ready to get inspection tomorrow. On our jobs, we like to pressure test our pipes. A lot of people don't, and what happens then when you don't pressure test, if a rock hits the pipe, cracks it, someone sticks a pig through it while they're digging another ditch, you'll never know. This happens a lot more than you realize. So anyway, we're under 20 pounds of pressure, everything. Here, back to the equipment. You can see we've sanded our ditches. The other nice thing about that, you don't want rocks rubbing against your pipes later on because you do get friction after a while, water going through. So everything's sanded, our rebar is finally done, everything's straight. We do string lines early before gunite so we know everything is perpendicular and the pipes are perfect. We're going to go on down around here to this other suction line. Again, plumbing's everything nice and straight, 45's down there, so you get a nice flow rate. Sanded, clean and ready. Another nice thing about pulling string lines early is you can see where our spall wall is there, so that's another reason why I did the 12 inches wide. Jets are set, so the day of gunite we're not going to have anyone panic yet. We got re-rust now. A lot of pools you'll have rust in after a while. What happens is when the rust comes from rebar being too close to the plaster, they don't want to move the rebar. So we do it ahead of time so we don't have this rust coming through the pool. Got our cover done. A lot of people, again, they don't do steel in the covers. We don't understand that. But here at Geo Design, we build it to last longer, stronger. So as you can see through there, the cover will go down inside. We're going to have 6-inch walls. Again, string lines for everything. Very important to take the time to do it right. These are extra suctions on the walls, full returns, chairs underneath the steel. We've actually had other companies talk to us about why are we doing that? Well, you want that to encapsulate around the gunite. A lot of companies are not doing that. They're just shooting them, and then within a year the pools start cracking. So if your pool's cracking, that's why.
Yeah, the most important thing is, the reason the chairs are there is to make sure that your floor is the proper thickness. And without those chairs, you're guessing whether your floor is going to be 1 inch thick, or 12 inches thick. Of course, thicker is probably better in a sense, but there's a ratio, for that as well. So by having actual spacers, that are actually made for what we're supposed to be doing, the end result is going to be everything it's supposed to be.
3-inch chairs. We like to have 3 inches around and on top. So again, guys, there's our stone over there. We're going to go on top. That's going to be all hand cut. George, you can talk to about that stone. How beautiful that is.
Yeah. The limestone. It's a 2 1/4 inch limestone. All of our pools, we like to do coping around there, just for the fact that there's movement regardless. Gravity and the Earth's rotation, stuff like that. So when you have movement on the pool, there's pressure, so a lot of times the coping on a cantilever deck will crack. Here we've got a 12-inch piece of stone that if there's any movement, we can reset it. It's going to look good forever, versus cracking. Talk about the skimmer real quick, about how you bent that steel down and how you're not cutting it on.
All right, guys, everything we found out here in El Paso, a lot of these steel guys are just steeling straight through. And what that does is when you do the bond beam, you have 3 half-inch pieces of rebar here. That's your structural around this whole thing. But we had the guniters come out the other day and look at this and ask questions, why did I do that? And he told me straight up, they just cut the bars out of the way the day of gunite. And then I said, well, if you cut that bar out of the way, now you structurally damage this pool. He goes, yep, that's the way it is. And that's why pools are cracking. Again, it takes more time. Yes, it does. You gotta do your drop down bars. You can see, and what I mean by drop down is the bars in front of the skimmer. This bar, when they did the cage, went straight across. So I actually cut them and we didn't understand why we do steel around the skimmer in case this falling concrete becomes wood. This is a great place for pools to leave because it's a dry fit. So anyway, just the little stuff you do to ensure this pool's going to last for this homeowner forever, not have problems. Appreciate your time and enjoy your weekend.